During Wednesday's Republican presidential debate, Donald Trump, third running back this cycle and unlikely nominee, candidate Vivek Ramaswamy, perhaps desperate to make any difference between himself and the four other candidates on stage, dealt a sharp blow to his two rivals. Shoo, do you want a leader from a different generation who will put this country first? Said. Or do you want Dick Cheney to wear 3-inch heels? In which case we're going to have two of them on stage tonight. Ramaswamy responded to reports that Florida Gov. Ron DeSantis was wearing heels with cowboy boots, as well as former UN Haley chimed in with a comeback. First of all, I want to say, these are 5-inch heels and I am not wearing them unless you can run, she said to applause. The second thing I would say is this: I wear heels. They're not for a fashion statement. They are for ammunition. The joke wasn't very improvised. In fact, this is one of favorite lines. He first used it more than a decade ago, in the middle of his promotional tour. To promote memoir can't is not an option, my American story. Yet after all these years, it is still difficult to decipher the meaning of the scolding. Is he walking all over his opponents? Are her heels secretly a weapon? Or was this a threateningly vague embrace of the right-wing gun ownership fad, which proclaimed women's right not only to bear arms but also to wear high heels? But Haley seemed to like her comeback. He posted this line his X account that night, and Thursday he was selling a mug with this phrase "it for 19" his campaign site. The syntax may be dry, but the meaning seems clear enough. Her femininity is her weapon. It is a weapon that only he, among the Republican candidates, has access to. One tactic that's working: a 538 Washington PostIpsos poll of potential Republican voters watching the debate found Haley the winner on Wednesday, with DeSantis trailing by 11 percentage points. High heels are a familiar tool for those who want to use the double standard femininity against themselves. They hurt but are a source pleasure, deliberately difficult to get in, and therefore source power if you can wear them comfortably or for long periods time periods. Their contradictory nature is part of popular culture. Ginger Rogers' dance partner, Fred Astaire, was famously said to have done everything he did backwards and in high heels. In recently released documentary The Supermodels, designer Isaac Mizrahi talked about how the superstars of 90s catwalks took what others saw as weaknesses and turned them into strengths. These models took tropes about women and turned them into icons rather than falling victim to them. Mizrahi said, he was like, high heels are power. Whereas if you talk to Gloria Steinem, she would say, you can't run in high heels. But we are also right. I mean, high heels are beautiful, and they make you look beautiful. Haley plays a similar game. Since the tie remains part of the male political uniform,